Hey, welcome to another episode of Freedom on Fire. I'm your host, Robert Bob TV Brown. And today, indictments were handed out. Now, let me start with this indictment. And one of the indictments were with Mueller and a couple of his associates. And I'm going to let you know where this is going, okay? See, I'm from the hood, and I know how authorities work, okay? First, you try to find something on somebody, and you stack it up. In other words, they can arrest you for smoking weed, but not only are they going to arrest you here in New York for smoking weed, they're going to arrest you for weed possession. They're going to arrest you for having the bag, drug paraphernalia, and if you shared it, they're going to try to arrest you with drug distribution. They're going to stack the charges on you to apply pressure on you to admit guilt, so to speak. And with that admission of guilt, they're going to try to figure out how they can utilize you. Same thing when they catch you with drugs. The key is not to catch you because you're small change. The key is to catch the big man. So what they do is they'll take your charge, probably give you a reduced sentence, or even let you go if you can give us a name, a distributor, or somebody. That's how the game is played in the area of working cases. And in this case, I'm kind of clowning because Mueller went a totally different direction with this. He brought up charges of Manafort for pretty much, I wouldn't say money laundering, but he was sending money to shell corporations to avoid paying taxes. And the thing about it is most of the American wealthy and the world wealthy do that. They don't want to pay taxes, so they'll shape their money into different organizations, shell or dummy corporations, to kind of not pay taxes. And to take the extra money to live lavish, suits, cars, live like Ric Flair, have the best women, the best clothes, I dress the best, I'm the best looking man, I'm all that. Trying to live like Ric Flair. Woo! Well, his Ric Flair days have ended because they have evidence that he's been doing this. And some of his partners were implicated. One, and then I'll talk to George Papadopoulos. I did probably relate it. I'll go back to him in another case. But the point is, Mueller finally put out his first charges against Paul Manafort. Now, we knew Paul Manafort was going to be the fall guy in this thing a long time ago because he was the only one up in front of a committee defending himself. Now, will that lead to Trump? I highly doubt it. So the whole point is, and I have to be fair and balanced because, I don't like corruption anywhere. In the Democratic Party, I hate it. I hate it in the Republican Party. It doesn't matter. I don't like corruption at all. I have to deal with my own corruption because everybody has a hint of corruption in them. They just got to know how to put that sucker down, so to speak. You can't let greed and all that kind of stuff take over. And that's what happened when you get to Washington, D.C. Certain things take over, or if you're affiliated with people of power, certain things take over. Especially when you tasted the dollar, you done been there. I mean, look, come on, let's tell the truth. All of them, majority of them in Washington D.C. and most of the state politicians are corrupt, and on both sides. I could talk about Terry McCullough. I could talk about people in Virginia. I could talk about people in Washington D.C. on both sides of the aisle. This still doesn't prove that there was Russian collusion going on in the Trump campaign that caused Hillary Clinton win. Now, what really gets me is how you can say that you won by 3 million votes, but yet it was the Russians that caused you to lose. It was not the Russians that caused you to lose. It was you not going in the right place at the campaign that caused you to lose. People are not that into you. They're just not. She lost because she sucked. Everything she touches sucks. True, Trump sucks worse, but she sucks at campaigning, and Trump was better at campaigning, even though he lied through his teeth. Some of the stuff he is trying to make happen, some of the things he did say he's going to do, he's doing it. But it seems like it's the bad part that he said he was going to do that he's doing. But the good things that he said he was going to do, he's not doing. He lied to get the votes. And instead of Hillary Clinton taking Bernie Sanders' message, probably taking Bernie Sanders as her VP or somebody, after you cheated the man, it was the least thing you can do. But you're going to stab him in the back and stab the progressives in the back. Instead of bringing them in, you became your own worst nightmare. You lost because you suck. Now, I'm not going to get on that. I've talked about many reasons why she lost. It had nothing to do with the Russians. But yes, Paul Manafort may have done some business with Russians or Russian oligarchs, and it behooves me. It makes me laugh when you Americans in media talk about Russian oligarchs, but never talk about the American oligarchs like the Koch brothers, like I can go on and on and on. Half of the people in Washington, D.C. are oligarchs. They cater toward the oligarchs. Now, I'm a little more hard on the Democratic Party because everybody know the Republicans are a sham, but you got to understand that the Democratic Party is a sham too. The leaders in the Democratic Party have totally took the Democratic Party and made it a lightweight Republican Party, and you're going to have to fight like tooth and toenail to either change it, or a third party is going to pull you back to the place where you need to be. And most people are not going to continue to support you as you continue to turn into the new Republican Party. And I'm not one of them. So Paul Manafort, indicted and will show up for court and probably be charged for tax evasion, money laundering, all kind of crap. And what they're going to use they're going to use these charges to kind of lessen his sentence in federal prison. And what they're going to look for is, what can you give me on Trump? It doesn't matter whether it's fabricated or not, because the whole thing is, since this man was running, whatever dirt they threw at him, it stick, but it didn't bring him down. Hillary Clinton, the DNC, hired a private investigator, hired a firm that hired a spy, a James Bond type dude, to come up with some dirt on Trump. Now, I don't think that's illegal. I think you should be able to hire investigators to find out about your opponent. I think that nothing wrong with that. So it shouldn't be wrong with Donald Trump Jr., and it shouldn't be wrong with the DNC hiring a private investigator to find some dirt on this guy. But if you're going to say it's illegal for Donald Trump Jr. and Jared Kushner for them to be doing that, it's even more illegal when you got a national organization. See, these two guys are private. It's even wrong when you got a national private organization, which the DNC claims to be, trying to get dirt on their opponent to make him look bad when it seemed like nothing else made him look bad. The man said he done grabbed him by the pee, he don't wait, he don't do anything, and the people still voted for him. And you just don't understand, how can this horrible guy get chosen over the princess, the queen? Because the princess and the queen is just as horrible. She just isn't out up front with it. She's not bold and brash like Donald Trump. She's a little low-key, incognito. That's my own term. I used to say incognito, but yeah, this is something. Paul Manafort being indicted. They're probably going to use that as use that as pressure to get more information on Trump and his party. But don't you dare get it twisted, Democrats. Don't you dare get it twisted. Mueller is not your friend. Mueller is an investigator. Mueller's job is to investigate. And he has an open investigation, which means he don't have to just look at Russia. He can look at what you guys been doing behind the scenes. He can look at how you rigged the elections against Bernie Sanders. He can look how you paid somebody out of the Democratic National Committee fund, the People's Fund, who support you without our permission, use that money to pay $12 to $13 million to find dirt on Trump. He can also look into your business dealings. Because let's just tell the truth. Most wealthy people, they shift shape their money in dummy corporations to avoid paying taxes. And that's on both sides of the aisle. And for my people who are out here saying, well, the Democratic Party is better than the Republican Party, I don't agree with none of that. I think both of them are horrible. I'm not going to talk just better than crap or lesser than evil crap. The bottom line is both of them are evil. I don't give a crap whether it's lesser or greater. The bottom line, both of them are corrupt. I don't care who's more corrupt than less corrupt. We need to root out corruption in politics. And that's what I'm hoping Mueller would do, unless he's corrupt himself. He must root out. If you're going to look for tax evasion and money laundering and all these schemes going on in the Republican Party or people who work with Trump, you need to look at John Podesta, which he is looking into the Podesta group. And you got to look at the people in the DNC and the Democratic Party. You got to be fair. The people don't need this one-sided. We need to get rid of all corruption in politics. And, I got my people, especially my people, they coddle to the Democrats and they try to come up with all kind of excuses. They try to come up with excuses, keep superdelegates, excuses, why the Democrats still should be in power. No, I am looking for people, whether forget the party affiliation, I'm looking for people of honor and integrity to be in office. I don't give a crap what party you are. I don't like parties. I loathe parties. I think parties are a distraction. I think parties are a form of segregation. I love people. I love how they run. I love their policies they run on. I love their work in the community, and that's who I look for. It's not strange that you should know how Bob TV vote. Bob TV look at an individual person, look at his track record, and look at his activism, and he vote accordingly. Bob TV don't care nothing about whether they got a chance in hell or not. Bob TV don't care about who they're affiliated. I care about honor and integrity, and I'd rather vote for somebody with honor and integrity who doesn't have a chance in hell to win. Here's the ticket. If you did the same thing, they would have a chance in hell to win. But you too much in fear and tip and tap between Republicans and Democrats and tip and tap between Donald Trump and all this other stuff. You guys got to stop this stuff. It's time to put honest politicians in office. You got the Unity Committee, Tom Perez stabbing people in the back in the Democratic Party. You got this going on and this going on. This stuff has to stop, because it's hurting our country. We need to get back to the people coming together as a block and telling these politicians it's what we want or we're getting rid of. We're going to get rid of you. And don't think we're all about a party. We're not all about a party. We're all about a person. We're all about a person, and we're all about people. We're looking for a person who's going to help out people. We're not looking for a party who's going to help out people. We're looking for a person that helps out people. Now, if that party has a track record of people being helped by a person, then we will support that party. But it's not about party. It's about people. And we're looking for a person that's going to help people. And if you're not a person that's going to help people, we don't want you. Now, I don't know how I got into voting and politics and things like that, but this is supposed about Paul Manafort. Paul Manafort thing is just the icing on the tip. It was not a Russian thing. I know you was hoping to get Donald Trump today. It's not going to work. It's going to be hard to get that guy out of office. Why? Because that guy, at this point, I don't see any evidence, and you have not shown me, and you can't lead me. You can't tell me intelligence source said. That's another form. That's a high form of hearsay, she say. Don't tell me intelligence says, because intelligence have been stabbing you in the back all these years. That's another segment. But no. I've told you, if you want to get rid of Trump, look at Jared Kushner. If you want to get rid of Trump, look at the nepotism and favoritism. If you want to get Trump, get him on the stand and ask him questions under oath. Because if you would have did that with Hillary Clinton and James Comey, she would not be in office, because he admitted she lied and lied and lied and lied. But he was too much a punk to get her under oath. Had he had her under oath and she went and they found out she lied, she would have had to step down and we would have had Bernie Sanders. But no, we got too many people out here that's punking out. You get to the elite and you don't want to put them under oath, but you get to a small change guy, put them on oath and railroad them. But when you get elite, the elite can say anything he want and not be under oath, and you can't hold it against him. So if you want to get Trump, you can get him under oath because he's a bona fide liar. Majority of the time, he lies. But yet at the same time, you could have got Clinton because she's a bona fide liar. Just like her husband, who was a bona fide liar. Just like most politicians, bona fide liar. That's why I said we need people in office that are honest and have integrity. It's not easy to find it. They don't have to be 100% honest. Nobody's that. But geez, these people we put in office not even halfway honest. They lie in your face all the time, want to take your place, backstabbers. Anyway, I'm done. Robert Brown, Bob TV, Freedom on Fire. This thing is going to go every which way. Don't you dare Democrats start celebrating because Mueller went down, hoping that's going to lead to Trump. It could lead to Trump, but it could lead to Clinton. It could lead to Obama. It could lead to Eric Holder. It could lead to anybody. Because all of them have been lying in your face. And liars should not be running this country. I'm Bob TV. Peace.